I remember seeing a news story in which it was a Central American family and a Ukrainian family, and at the same time, they were wanting to ask for asylum, and only the Ukrainian family was allowed to.
Right.
Um, so it's, I mean, they were both families. There's just certain differences, right? Um,
Right. Well, and you just have to remember, like, it's just fundamental fairness. It's like you think about like how laws are set, how the Constitution is written. It is an asylum law to say, okay, we're only going to give asylum to people from Ukraine, but we're not going to give it to people from Afghanistan. That's why I wanted to review, the system of asylum based on, persecution because of a protected ground like race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. And asylum is a case by case individual or family determination. So some people in a country who have suffered a crisis will qualify and other people won't. Maybe other people are the persecutors. So we have to dive into individual cases to assess asylum eligibility. We don't just grant asylum to everybody from a country when something happens. That's not the way our laws work. That's not a sustainable policy. And so therefore we need to have a policy that manages to, withstand the test of time and withstand various political situations and crises and types of persecution that happen around the globe. And so we shouldn't say we're making a policy about asylum, but only as it pertains to Ukrainians, because that's not going to apply 5 years from now. And so what law are we going to have then?
Well, we know that they being the politicians, are gonna try to keep this argument about public health and the safety. And we already saw Governor Abbott speaking about it today.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about his thoughts on this Title 42 being lifted?
It's typical. It's typical Abbott. He, of course, gets it wrong. He talks about Biden's not following the laws of Congress when Title 42 is not an act of Congress. It was an executive decision from President Trump. And, it does political grandstanding in division, sowing division about these issues and under the claim that this is going to endanger Americans. It's not accurate. It's not based in reality. And I think that the thing to keep in mind is that I think most of us can agree that America is, a nation of immigrants, that we believe in protecting people around the world who are being persecuted and who are unsafe, that is fundamentally who we are as a country, and that, figuring out the systems and all that can be a little tricky, but that fundamentally what matters is that, we have rules and policies and all of that in place, and we keep out the drug traffickers and all of that stuff. And we care about our neighbors who are suffering, and we protect them. And so I think, agreeing on this fundamental truth together and not allowing Abbott or Paxton or, Trump or Fox News to say stuff that's confusing and that riles people up and isn't based in reality is really important. And it's going to be more and more important as news of this policy change is coming out, that we, tune out the noise, and remember what matters, and that there is a way to process asylum seekers in an orderly, just, fair, kind, and safe fashion. And we can do that. We're the United States of America. We can figure that out. That is not anywhere near some of the other challenges that we have to work out. So it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay.